What's up guys, Demon Asylum here, and in this video I'm going to be going over a huge list of games that got leaked earlier on today by Walmart Canada as retail listings. Now since that time I do believe that the retail listings have been taken down. Some of the games on this list have already been announced and confirmed, but of course what people are most hyped about are the ones on this list that have not been confirmed or announced to any extent whatsoever. Quick disclaimer, of course, the ones that have not been announced or confirmed by the publishing companies or developing companies behind these games or anything, take this information with a grain of salt because it again has not been confirmed whatsoever for some of these games. Cross your fingers all you want, just as I certainly am myself for some of these games in the list, but don't get too hyped about it. Don't get your hopes up too much because they very well could just be placeholders by the store or the site, which is totally normal, just in case these games do end up getting announced at E3 so that these companies, these sites, these stores have these placeholders ready for pre-orders right away. But anyway, let's hop into the list here. We do have the first game, which is Tom Clancy's The Division 2, and this has already been confirmed and announced to be in development. It's going to have something shown for the E3. I'll be sure to continue specifying for each game, by the way, if it's been announced or not to some extent. Next, we have Splinter Cell, a new Splinter Cell game. It doesn't have any specific name. I think there's already been another leak or rumor in the past couple months about a new Splinter Cell game coming, so it's not too surprising to see this one on the list, but bear in mind that there has not been any official confirmation or announcement, as far as I know, about a new Splinter Cell game. Then we have Insurgency Sandstorm, which I do personally know nothing about. I apologize for this one, as well as the couple others on this list that I don't know about. Of course, a simple Google search will probably bring you guys to that information, or if you're a fan of the game, you'll probably already know. The Last of Us 2 is next on the list, and we already know that this has been in development. It is confirmed to be coming, and something for it will be shown at E3. Then we have Just Cause 4. I don't think anything has been announced or confirmed for this game whatsoever up to this time. Then we have Destiny Comet, which is going to be the next big expansion for Destiny 2. That is what people are suspecting. Comet is, I believe, just a code name for it, as Bungie seems to do for like all of their expansions. It's totally normal that Bungie does like a couple smaller expansions, and then you do like a huge one towards like the end of the year, maybe like fall or something. The Taken King expansion, for instance, in Destiny 1, this could be something similar in size, of course, just for Destiny 2. Then we have the Final Fantasy VII Remake. This has already been announced and confirmed. Then we have Metroid Prime, which I apologize again, I know nothing about for this game. Beyond Good and Evil 2, I do believe this has already been announced. Then arguably the biggest title on this list that people are losing their shit about, because it hasn't been confirmed, it hasn't been announced, it hasn't been talked about for so long, but so many people want it, and that is Rage 2. If Rage 2 ends up being real, we get something shown for the E3, and it ends up actually coming out, I will lose my shit. I will be so happy. I loved the first one. I've been waiting years and years and years for a new one to come out, saying how it 100% could do so, and with all the advances to gaming and technology since the first one came out, this one could be absolutely amazing. So I'm hoping, among all the others on this list that have not been confirmed or announced, that this one actually ends up being real. After that on the list, we do have just Assassin's Creed. Now, people don't seem to think that this is going to be a new Assassin's Creed game, but rather a remake or a remaster of the original Assassin's Creed, just for the current consoles. I think that that's a lot more realistic, and I could definitely see that happening, so that is what people are suspecting for this listing. Then we have NBA 2K19 and WWE 2K19. We, of course, get games every year for these series, so it's not any surprise whatsoever for those. Then we have Dragon Quest 2, which I know nothing about. Then Super Smash Bros. I think that has already been confirmed and announced, and something for it is going to be shown at E3. We then have the game on this list that I am most excited for. It's in a different category than Rage 2 because this has actually already been confirmed to be in development, and that is Borderlands 3. So among all the games on this list, I'm most excited for Borderlands 3. You know, I want something shown for it at E3 so much. I'll be just as happy to see something at E3 for Borderlands 3 as I would be for Rage 2. But again, they're under different categories because we already know Borderlands 3 has been in development and is coming at some point, hopefully in the next year. But Rage 2 we know literally nothing about, so it may not even be a real thing in development. Regardless, I'm hyped for them both among all the others on this list. Then we have Lego DC Villains. I know nothing about that, as well as the next one, which is Dreams, and the next, which is Forza Horizon 5. I think people were saying that Forza Horizon 5 being on the list doesn't really make sense. I can't remember the specifics. I think some people were saying maybe it was a typo, or maybe it's just blatantly wrong, or whatever the case may be, but people were saying that the Forza Horizon 5 being on this list just doesn't make sense for whatever reason. I do apologize for not having the specifics on that. I just can't remember off the top of my head. Finally, though, we do have Gears of War 5 to end the list, and I'm super excited for this game as well. I think that it could realistically have a showing for it at E3. I don't think it would be out for like a year or until, you know, next year, 2019 at some point, but I do definitely think we could see something about Gears of War 5 at E3, and I've been a big fan and lover of Gears of War ever since the original, so I'm actually hoping that something gets shown for this game too. And yeah, we'll just have to wait and see come E3 time though. So there you go, guys. That is the full list of games from the leak earlier today. Let me know in the comment section if you feel there's any legitimacy to any of the games on this list that are unannounced and unconfirmed, and also just simply let me know if you're hyped about any of them like I am for Rage 2, for instance, if that ends up being real. But that's going to be it for the video. I do hope you all have enjoyed. If so, feel free to drop a like on it down below, subscribe for more, and make sure to hit that bell icon to be notified when I do post new videos in the future. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a great day.